Tēnā tātou katoa nā mihi nui, ka mihi, Helen critic, ka nui te mihi ki a manawa o te rā. And that means, hello everyone and welcome. A big mihi, kia ora Helen.
Ah, kia ora. Ngā mihi for having me. It's so great to be here.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us. And that means both you, Helen, because you're going to be speaking to us about some cool stuff in this video. And also thank you to everyone who joins us for this sacred transmission. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Carmel Riley. I'm the founder of Manifestors Unite and Starseeds of Aotearoa. I'm taking back the South Skies. That's my mission here. And in this video, I am delighted to have my sister, Helen, share her profound wisdom about divine fractals and body energetics because she's a healer. She works with our great mother, Papa Tuanuku, with the ley lines of light that spiral out to the galaxy. And she's here to help us come into our body, come into our voices, and to flow with that to work with the land and its people.
Yeah, and there's people, don't forget them.
So, Helen, is there anything I've left out about what we will cover in this?
No, that's pretty good, you know. I love also the galactic connection. I'm connected to, that part of life as well, and bringing that energy down into the earth plane and grounding it in here. Yeah.
Awesome. So we're going to cover that as well in a little snippet. But just to connect us on the whenua, so Helen is joining us from her farm. She's been out, hard out with the animals, probably this one, I don't know. I didn't ask you that, but she's got a sheep and beef farm in Ngāti Kahungunu land in Dannevirke. And I'm joining with Tamanui Tara, who's been beaming in through the window from the beach, which is Rapa Nui Sumner in Ōtautahi, Christchurch. So we're connecting up the north and the south, the east and the east.
Yeah.
Just we're going to fire a ley line. So, Helen, tell us just a little bit about how you came into working with the land and the body energetics and spiraling the fractals or the light waves of Te Kore. Tell us a little bit about how you came into this work because you could just be a farmer, right?
I could be. Yeah, I could be. I've actually had a lot of hats in my life. So I think it was a progression, really. So I did work in the hospital for a while as a assistant in the maxillofacial unit. So I was always sort of attached to health and well-being, but I knew that there was a better way than the synthetics that I was shown, or I worked with in the hospital, and I really loved the idea of body technology. And I guess when I started having my spiritual awakening, I sort of started getting more into that by watching people like, Joe Dispenza and Greg Braden and that sort of ilk, and then putting it into practice myself. And then, yeah, I became a galactic grandmother of Mu, and that really sort of cemented all that in for me. And I've had quite interesting experiences with my own body technology through being a grandmother, if you like. So yeah, it's been a wonderful journey, and yeah, the body is an amazing technology that is so underrated. So yeah.
That brings up lots of questions for me, but one of the observations I have, which again, you know, I think we're particularly uncovering as wahine in Aotearoa, is that if we go up to our main galactic point, the entrance through Te Kore or the galactic center and then out to all the other galaxies, universes, multiverses, everything is joined at the womb and they're all grandmothers. So that grandmother
Absolutely.
energy that you talk about is not just on Earth, it's
No.
actually out there in, like the divine structure of all the multiverses. His grandmother energy, yes. I wish I
Yay!
need some more call now. Do you have more
Yeah,
call?
I do. And in fact, I'm about to have another one in November. So, yeah, exciting. It's so great to be a grandmother. It's just next level. I love it. So, so great.
And
Yeah.
so bringing that grandmother energy, and great that you are one,
Yeah.
not just a grandmother moo, but one down.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have how many grandchildren or moko moko do you have?
I have three
Three,
and
and
one
about
on the way.
two
Yeah.
and a half. I love that.
Yeah.
So,
Beautiful.
so how was it just the awakening that brought this knowledge to you, or how have you started to, and how are you working with it to help other, and I'm assuming it's women that you work with,
Um,
no?
yeah, I think that I always had this inside me, but yeah, the awakening and the events of, the last 5 years sort of really switched that on for me. I always knew that I had a calling, but I was searching, I guess, until, I suppose, like everybody else, when the dreaded C happened, that, things really sort of opened up for me then. And yeah, my search took me down this path. Yeah, I try to help everybody, not just wahine.
Yeah.
And I really love working with children as well. Yeah. I think, they're the next generation, and if we can educate them into the consciousness of their bodies and, how to express themselves in the world, then yeah, we're going to build that beautiful new earth, that generation that's going to, take care, be kaitiaki.
So tell me a little bit about, let's just first work with the personal energy of the body. Tell us a little bit about how you help others to understand the power, the uh, divinity, the wairua, the everything that is in the body. You have better words for it than me.
I really like to be a living example
Mm,
and sort of walk my talk. So I share through my own experience, as well as obviously my training as a naturopath and, life experience, being a mum, grandmum, things like that. But mainly I like to show people from my own experience because, it's so empowering when they are able to do it for themselves. And when they see somebody who's done what they want to do, it really gives them that permission and allows them to open up to that energy and that frequency. Yeah.
so if someone was starting out and just going, yeah, wanting to know more about the potential of the body and their own healing powers, because, we all know that everyone else is the healer. We're just the activator of the healing that is within
Yeah.
the other, as the wise
Yeah.
grandmothers here.
Yeah.
How do you help people? How would you help someone actually uncover that knowing, that awareness themselves?
Usually it just starts by listening to them and giving them the space that they need to find that out for themselves. And I always really encourage them to go inside, because everything that you need is held within your body and your frequency. And so it's just about being still and listening, to your own wisdom and trusting that wisdom because, people don't trust that. But when you have an experience that, that opens that up, that allows that trust to open up and then more can come in. So yeah, just really giving them the space and the courage, I guess, to really listen to their own wisdom and their own, we've all got a different, perspective on life, and we all hold wisdom, especially our own wisdom.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah. And we all download wisdom as
yeah.
well. And so the do you find that when people start to understand the power that is within them, that I mean, are there practices that help other than just the active listening to the wisdom? Are there practices that can help for, because yeah, we're busy, right? We run around.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
how many sheep and how many sheep and cows do you have?
I don't actually have any on my
Okay.
land here.
Yeah.
Um, but
But
I'm
you have a farmer.
surrounded by great big stations,
Mm,
so lots around me. Yeah. Um, the voice is a really, really good activator. And sound obviously was the first thing that was, manifested. God spoke and the world was created. So sound and vibration is really important, and you are tuned to a very specific frequency, which will align you with what's meant to be for you, and you can tune into that. So voice is a really good way of doing it. Breath work
mm,
is a really good way of doing it. I really encourage them to look at their shadow and their trauma, even though that's, sometimes pretty difficult. That helps to unlock everything else once they've done that. And movement, like really getting into your body and feeling your body. We don't feel our bodies. We're always up here in our heads. So sort of joining that mind body,
yeah.
and yeah, and then feeling it, feel it. Yeah, I'm a big touchy feely sort of person. So yeah, I love that whole feeling thing. And that's very intuitive. It's very feminine, and we've lost that, you know. Yeah, and then just opening their own portals in their body, like the womb, for instance, which is, what we were talking about before, is a huge portal for women. That's been hijacked, if you like. And yeah, so yeah,
So
for want of a better word, yeah. So yeah, reclaiming that part of a woman is super important. But then, there's other portals in you,
yeah.
so learning to open those portals up and listen to divine wisdom coming down, yeah, so
Listen,
important.